Everyone, and welcome to another video for the Augur. This time I'm going to be talking about how you can create NPCs for your TTRPG games. So first I'm going to put my character here, and here we have his character sheet. Okay, but now we're going to be talking about NPCs. So in the Augur, the easiest way to add an NPC to a map is by right-clicking anywhere on that map. You get this menu, and then you have this new character button right here. Once you press, you will see occupations or classes for the NPC you want to create. Okay, let's say that we want to create a merchant character, or let's go for a raider character. Okay, so this could be an enemy or something like that. Alright, the first thing you will see is that it generates with an avatar for the NPC and with equipment, and you have these even personality traits, and you have some details right here. But before we go into that, know that you can press this button right here and it will create a new character for that specific class that we pick, the raider. Then this here is supposed to help you as you roleplay. If you press on them, it is revealed. So here you see the disposition threatening, and you can, for example, the current task, find a way to ensure the safety and security of their family. So that gives some background to why this character is doing whatever he's doing right now. And if you roll again, this will all revert to unknown, so that that helps you to discover things as you play rather than just showing them right away. Okay, so let's say that we stick with this character and we have to press accept, so the character is added to the place in the map where you clicked originally. And then you can, as you play, you can rebuild these things. For example, let's say we meet this character, turns out he's hostile, perhaps we fight or we have some sort of conversation and we learn more about him. And now his current task is discover and claim a legendary treasure trove. If you press again on this, you can edit them and rewrite them and change it however you want. Another cool thing about what the Augur can do is you can change the equipment here. If you press on any of this, it will unequip the item, and you just drag and put it back in the slot. And the same for the shirt, everything. You can also drop it here, and you can press here to open the apparel editor, and you can change pretty much anything about the character looks. You can change the base body, which changes the face. You can change the background. For example, let's say we could give him this one, or any which you choose. Okay, and let's say you want to give him a shield, something like this, and let's pick a different. Okay, let's say this is the character, and we could give him another armor like this. Okay, something like that. All right, so you see that the token for that character changes right here and also up here. Okay, and one more thing you can do is you can press this button here and the AI in the Augur will generate a longer description for this character. So if you press here, and by the way, this is completely optional, you don't have to use it if you don't like using AI. Okay, so you see it writes a full description for this character, and it does so using all this information right here, using his personality, so it makes sense within the context of this character. Okay, so you get all this background information that can help you as you play. This is just one character. Something else that you can do is that you can create a settlement. Let's say that we are going to create a settlement here. Okay, we right click and then we go to new locations, and then you have all these options. For this video we're going to be doing settlements, and here you have castle, city. These are the type of settlements that you can create using the, here we're playing with the fantasy theme. Remember that this also has a sci-fi theme, but you can find more about that in a different video. Okay, so let's say we're going to create a castle. Once you click, you get the same kind of generation panel here, where you can press here to roll different times to get a different location. But as you can see, it also generates characters for that location. So here we just generated 4 new characters on the fly as we generated this castle. Okay, so let's say that we want this location and we accept, and it's placed on the map. And now in this panel You can go into any of these characters. For example, let's see this Esme Thurstan, who is the leader of this castle. And again, you have all these options. You have goals, you have current tasks, and so on. For example, here in the long-term goal, organize a grand tournament to showcase the martial prowess of the realm, and so on. Again, you can change the equipment, and as you can see here, this character is associated to the location which generate her in this case, and you see that here it says ruler of Starford, and if you press on this button, it will take you back to this path. Alright, and again, you can generate a description for this location using AI. Again, this is completely optional. You press here and it will create a description, and it also includes the characters that are in this location. For example, here you see the leader of the Starford, Esme Thurstan, is a warrior known for her arbitrary decisions because she has the arbitrary trait right here for her personality. Okay, and you see he keeps talking. Okay, she's presently occupied with tracking down a cunning outlaw who carries a hefty bounty, and that's from her background. And you also have these characters right here, and they also have information about them and the goals that they have. So what I'm trying to say is that the Augur allows you to really build your world and add a lot of background and lore and characters to your world. So it makes it easier to immerse yourself as you play. By the way, it's probably obvious, but the same customization you can do to NPCs, you can of course do to your own character. Right here, if you press here on avatar customization, you have all the similar panels where you can change everything about your character. And you can pick any character in the world, NPC, enemy, whatever, and you can change them as well. And there are many more features in the Augur besides this one. You can add dungeons as well. For example, here you have the dungeon panel, and let's say it's a dark temple, and as you can see, you also have all these options. You have foes that you can place in the dungeon, and it even comes with a map. I'm going to cover this very quick because this is not a dungeon video, but you can add your foes here. You can also create an NPC here. For example, let's say that we're creating the boss of this dungeon. Right click, new character, and perhaps it could be I don't know, another raider or a wizard. Okay, so you can roll a couple times and you get a wizard character, and again it has goals and everything, and you accept, and it's placed here. Okay, so perhaps these are the foes that protect this evil character right here. So that's it for this video. There's a lot more that you can do in the Augur, so please check out the rest of the videos in the YouTube channel, and if you like this, please consider subscribing and liking this video. And also you can learn more about the Augur at augurbtt.com. Thank you.